Welcome to this video on the mechanics of machines. Today we are exploring Lecture 5, focusing on key mechanical concepts essential for engineering design. In this video, we will cover three main topics: intermittent motion, inversions, and the Grashof condition. Mastering these is crucial for designing effective machine components. First, let's look at intermittent motion, which is a sequence of motions and dwells. A dwell occurs when the output link remains stationary, while the input link continues to move. Common intermittent motion devices include the Geneva mechanism, the linear Geneva mechanism, and the ratchet and pawl mechanism, all widely used in automated machinery. The Geneva mechanism provides a rotational output and acts as a transformed 4-bar linkage. Its equispaced radial slots determine the number of stops in the system. Here is an animation illustrating the Geneva mechanism in action, demonstrating how the input crank drives the slotted wheel intermittently. Next, the linear Geneva mechanism provides a linear translational output. It is analogous to a Scotch yoke device and is frequently used as an intermittent conveyor drive. This animation shows the linear Geneva mechanism, where the crank motion is converted into the intermittent linear movement of the slider. The ratchet and pawl mechanism uses a driving pawl to rotate the ratchet wheel, while a locking pawl prevents any reversal. These are essential for tools like wrenches. Observe how the spring-loaded pawls interact with the toothed wheel to ensure unidirectional, intermittent motion in this schematic animation. Moving to the second topic, an inversion is a method of obtaining different mechanisms by fixing different links in a kinematic chain. The number of possible inversions equals the number of links. For a 4-bar slider crank linkage, there are 4 distinct inversions. Each provides unique motions, ranging from pure translation in engines to rotation or stationary setups. This visual comparison demonstrates the different behaviors of the slider crank linkage depending on which link is grounded, ranging from translation to complex motion. More complex systems, like the 6-bar linkage, offer various inversions as well, such as Stephenson's and Watt's linkages, each tailored for specific mechanical applications. These animations show the kinematic variety possible within linkage systems, highlighting how changing the ground link fundamentally alters the output motion. Now we transition to our third core topic, the 4-bar linkage. It is the simplest pin-jointed mechanism for achieving 1 degree of freedom, serving as the basis for many common machine designs. A 4-bar linkage appears in several forms, including the slider crank, slider rocker, and cam follower. Because of its simplicity, it is often the most cost-effective and reliable solution for motion control. The motion behavior of these linkages is dictated by the Grashof condition. This condition relies on which link is grounded and the relative lengths of the 4 links. To evaluate the Grashof condition, we define S as the shortest link, L as the longest, and P and Q as the remaining 2. The linkage is Grashof if the sum of S and L is less than or equal to the sum of P and Q. If the Grashof inequality holds, at least one link can perform a full revolution. If it fails, the system is a non-Grashof linkage, where no link can fully rotate relative to another. A Grashof linkage satisfies the inequality and is classified as a Class 1 kinematic chain. Within Grashof linkages, we find 3 distinct inversions: the crank rocker, the double crank, and the double rocker, each providing different output motion characteristics. Here, we compare the double crank mechanism, which allows full rotation, against the double rocker, where both side links are restricted to oscillating motion. When the Grashof condition is exactly met, meaning S plus L equals P plus Q, the mechanism reaches a change point. Here, output behavior can become unpredictable, potentially switching configuration. Non-Grashof linkages represent systems where the inequality is not met. In these designs, the motion is more constrained, with links generally unable to make full revolutions. At the change point, links become collinear. Engineers must carefully design these systems or provide additional links to ensure the desired motion remains consistent and predictable. Special cases of Grashof linkages depend on the arrangement of link lengths. When equal links are positioned opposite or adjacent to one another, we create specific mechanical behaviors. The parallelogram linkage is one such case. It perfectly duplicates the rotary motion of the driver crank, making it ideal for applications like windshield wipers and industrial robotics. Alternatively, the anti-parallelogram linkage, or, quote, butterfly linkage, allows for different angular velocities between input and output, though it requires care to prevent unpredictable configuration switching. These specialized linkages demonstrate the versatility of the 4-bar mechanism in modern engineering. Thank you for watching this overview of machine mechanics. Let's examine the double parallelogram linkage. It is highly valued for providing a translating coupler that remains horizontal throughout its movement, which is essential for certain industrial applications. This linkage design features dual parallelogram stages that carry each other through change points. It is commonly found in steam locomotives to synchronize the motion of drive wheels. Next is the deltoid or kite form linkage. This is a double crank mechanism, characterized by the shorter crank, completing twice as many revolutions as the longer one. Also known as the isosceles linkage or Galloway mechanism, this configuration is a specialized tool for converting rotational speeds in specific mechanical setups. It is important to remember that the Grashof condition is simply a design tool. It helps engineers predict the behavior of a 4-bar linkage before committing to physical prototypes. To wrap up, please review the practice questions provided for Chapter 2. These cover degree of freedom calculations, linkage transformations, and kinematic inversions to help solidify your understanding.